If you get a chance and can get this book, again, I encourage you to do that. I'm going to start with this little story here. I think it's in like the second chapter. I'm not sure. 100 years from now, how will you wish you had used your life? How about 10,000 years from now? Wisdom begins by viewing your life from the end and acting in a way now that you know then you'll be glad that you had. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, and only what's done for Christ will last. Jim Elliot, he was a missionary to Ecuador, and some of you may have remembered hearing about him. He would be martyred there only 3 years after he arrived, and he said it best. He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain that which he cannot lose. Let that sink in just a little bit. He said, he is no fool who gives what he cannot keep. You can't keep it here. It's all going to end one day. To gain that which he cannot lose. I want to convince you to give up those things that you cannot keep in order to gain those things that you cannot lose. If you're a college student, I want to challenge you to make decisions about where you are going and what you plan to do with eternity in view. If you are nearing retirement, I want to encourage you to make this next chapter of your life count, to not waste it picking up seashells or touring golf resorts. Do you really want to spend the last 15 years of your life before you meet Jesus on vacation? How will you explain to him that you used the most unencumbered chapter of your life in leisure, living for yourself? And if you are somewhere in between, I want to challenge you to consider how you might leverage your career and your resources for the gospel now, and to make plans for how you can do so even greater ways in the future. Ask yourself, where would I be had Jesus not come for me? Had he chosen to stay in heaven and enjoy the privilege of the throne? The sobering answer, exactly the same place that people all over the world are without you. The gospel has to be heard to be believed. As Martin Luther said, it wouldn't matter if Jesus died 1,000 times if nobody ever heard about it. So life is too short and eternity is too long, and the stakes are way too high to waste your years. Only one life, yes, only one. Now let me say, thy will be done. And when at last I'll hear the call, I know I'll say 'twas worth it all. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, and only what's done for Christ will last. One thing I am sure of, that if you're reading this book, God has a role for you in his kingdom. Life is short. Eternity is forever. We only get a brief moment in time to use the former to transform the latter. Don't waste it. Thank you.